Hello, everyone. This is Jay Dobbins, your host on the Marvel DC Universe Fan Club. We are now episode 157, and I'll be discussing two topics, which is a congressman revealing his Captain America glass eye to Chris Evans, and of course, the second one is why it's time for a Silver Surfer movie. So, I'm going to discuss the first topic, which is Congressman reveals his Captain America glass eye to Chris Evans. So, MCU star Chris Evans has spent some quality time on Capitol Hill um, like a few weeks back. So I would say a couple weeks ago. So, but yeah. So while he brushes eyebrows with the most elite of Washington, one congressman in particular pulled him aside to show him something truly remarkable. So Dan Crenshaw went to remove he's the Texas congressman, uh, he's a Texas congressman. He's a Republican, but he's a war veteran, so I'm not gonna hold the um, Republican Party thing against him. I'm not gonna hold that against him though. So I mean, he is a war hero, so he did lose his eye in a war. So, but anyway, so Dan Crenshaw went on to remove his eye patch briefly to show Chris Evans his glass eye, which was a custom made one with the Captain America insignia. So, of course, you know, Crenshaw, and this I'll just specify more about him. Crenshaw is a U.S. Navy veteran who lost his eye after getting injured by an explosive device while touring in 2012. He retired as the lieutenant commander in 2016, earning two Bronze Star medals, Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal with Valor, and the Purple Heart for services in the Navy SEALs and to the United States. So, um, he was also, thanks to Saturday Night Live, everybody knows who he is. So, but also, you know, Senator Tim Scott earlier posted a picture alongside Chris Evans saying that both of them discuss a great deal about various political issues. Um, Chris Evans even retweeted him, joking that the senator shouldn't reveal any Avengers in-game spoilers that we accidentally spelt out. But so he said, and I quote, and this is a tweet, I believe, that he wrote saying, "Honor to meet you," end quote. And he also said, and I quote, "Thank you for taking the time, and if you repeat the secrets I told you about in-game, Marvel will make sure we both turn into dust." So, but Chris Evans will return to reprise his role as Captain America, as Captain America next month in Avengers Endgame, which opens in theaters April 26th. So, but here's the synopsis of the film, of course. After the Avengers Endgame movie, of course. But after the devastating events of Avengers Infinity War, and of course in 2018, the universe is in ruins due to the efforts of the Mad Titan Thanos. With the help of remaining allies, the Avengers must assemble once more in order to undo Thanos' actions and restore order to the universe once and for all, no matter what the consequences may be in store. But then again, if they do destroy Thanos, there's probably gonna be another threat, which I'm thinking is gonna be Galactus at some point. But anyway, so Captain Marvel is running in the theaters worldwide now, while Avengers Endgame releases on April 26th, followed by Spider-Man Far From Home, which opens on July 5th. So But that concludes this topic. Now we will discuss the final topic, which is why it's time for a Silver Surfer movie. So, but in the wake of Avengers Endgame and the Fox deal and the Fox Disney merger, the Marvel Cinematic Universe would benefit from bringing in one of the most popular cosmic characters. Uh, so, as the Marvel Cinematic Universe continues to expand, it's clear that cosmic side is, of things will increasingly come to the forefront. So, the cosmic corner of the Marvel Universe, though often inextricably, sorry, sorry, uh, inex, inextricably, sorry, linked. Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing these words. Inextricably, inextricably, yeah, linked with the dealings of um, Earthbound heroes. It is a difficult realm to navigate and keep track of, even for longtime comic readers. There's a lot going on out there for personified entities, living planets, alternate dimensions, space messiahs, and millennia spanning wars. The Guardians of the Galaxy, Thanos, and the Infinity Gauntlet only scratch the surface on the amount of weird and truly mind bending characters and elements comic creators have established over Marvel's 80 years of publications. Sorry, publications. In other words, fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the MCU for short, should strap in because things are shaping up to only get weirder after Avengers Endgame. So, of course, the um, Disney's acquisition of 20th Century Fox had concluded. It will have that, since that's done, now it will have access to even more Marvel spacefaring characters, many of whom debuted in the pages of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's Fantastic Four. It would make sense for the MCU to introduce a character could glide audience, who could guide audience through this weird new territory, especially with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, currently on hold, and the Eternals uh, still being an unknown entity. So, but Captain Marvel, which is now in theaters, can certainly shoulder some of the responsibility taking audience to new galaxies. Sorry. Can certainly shoulder some of the responsibility of taking audience to new galaxies. But all signs point towards her being closely tied to whatever iteration of the Avengers um, forms in the aftermath of Endgame. But there's another character who hasn't been on screen and who hasn't been seen on screen for 12 years, in 12 years, of course, and has never been accessible to the MCU before, um, who could provide a marvelous trip through the cosmos. And that's right, my friends, it's time for the Silver Surfer to rise once more. The Silver Surfer has made his debut in the pages of the Fantastic Four issue number 48 in 1966. One of Kirby's purest and most immediately striking designs, Silver Surfer has shared in what many comic book fans consider to be a high point of Lee and Kirby's run, the Galactus trilogy. The Silver Surfer was a character entirely of Jack Kirby's creation, a rare break from the Marvel method that saw he and Lee collaborate from story ideas. Lee's initial reaction to the Surfer was that Kirby had taken things too far and that the idea of a cosmic herald on a surfboard was too silly to be taken seriously. Kirby, tired of drawing spaceships, um, was set on the surfboard, and eventually Lee agreed, and thus a legendary comic book character was born. Um, the tragic and noble surfer was once a humanoid alien named Norn Rad, who bargains with planet-eating Galactus to spare his world of Zenla, and in return serve as his herald, seeking out other planets for the um, voracious entity to feed on. While he tried to seek out uninhabited planets, Galactus often overruled him through his corruptive powers, and instead devastating worlds had sustained life. Although the surfer, imbued with the power cosmic, eventually manages to defeat Galactus alongside the Fantastic Four, and and he comes up against the World Devourer time and time again as his adventures takes him across the universe. Over the years, the Silver Surfer has emerged as a fan favorite character, and while never reaching the heights of Spider-Man or Wolverine, uh, his strong his strong following has made him an indispensable part of the Marvel Universe and the star of several well-received solo series. It was the Surfer's comic series that served as the lead in to the now iconic storyline in the Infinity Gauntlet. And from Kree-Skull conflicts to Asgardian battles, the Silver Surfer has set foot in every known corner of the Marvel Universe, while acquiring a notable list of adversaries, including Thanos, Mephisto, and Doctor Doom. Because of his connection to so many characters and important events, the Silver Surfer has felt like a missing ingredient in the MCU. His appearance would not only become, you know, sorry, his appearance will not only be welcome, but provide a necessary means to explore some of the Marvel's oldest conflicts in relationships. So some of Marvel's conflicts in relationships. Sorry, and I'm just speaking too fast. But anyway, unlike some of the MCU's current heroes, who are largely unknown by general audiences before the release of their movies, the Silver Surfer is recognizable from previous television and film appearances, which could make reintroducing him all the easier. So, some may remember that the Silver Surfer led an animated series in 1998 that was canceled following Marvel's filing for bankruptcy. But his most well-known appearance outside of comics was in 2007's Fantastic Four: The Rise of the Silver Surfer. The movie itself isn't remembered fondly, especially in regards to Galactus appearing as a cloud, which that did not make any sense to me whatsoever. But then again, I was thinking he was probably Ultimate Galactus, but it was kind of hard to tell. But anyway, but the Silver Surfer, portrayed by Doug Jones and voiced by Lawrence Fishburne, was certainly the highlight. Um, in a recent interview with THR, which is the Hollywood Reporter, Jones, who starred as the Amphibian Man in The Shape of Water, which was one done 2 years ago, which won Best Picture, of course. He commented on the changes of Silver Surfer being rebooted following Disney's acquisition of Fox. So, the actor said he wasn't aware of any plans, but he'd signed a three-picture deal with Rise of the Silver Surfer that was never fulfilled. So he said, and I quote, "I was on board then, and would be on board now if the Silver Surfer ever came back. Um, there's, sorry, he is a beloved character, and I would love to play him again." End quote. So that's what he said. These are his words. Um, so I certainly love to see Jones, return and provide his keen sense of physicality to the role. Though comic book movies have changed significantly since Jones' time as a Silver Surfer, and it would be surprising to see Marvel look to a headline-grabbing actor like Keanu Reeves for the role, which probably wouldn't be bad either. A suggestion I heard recently that could help, but that couldn't help but love, of course. But yeah, so the fact of the matter is, Jones is too great of a performer not to include in the MCU in some way. So, and all the better if he could play a major character attached to the Silver Surfer. He could certainly create a compelling and terrifying take on Mephisto, or even filling Galactus' mighty helmet. So, what are the chances of the Silver Surfer showing up sometime soon? So, while the Fox acquisition has yet, well, actually, since the Fox acquisition has been finalized, of course, things are processing the way they are. Sorry, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him. I wouldn't be surprised to see him sooner than later. So, but the acclaimed comic book writer Brian K. Vaughan was revealed to be working on a Silver Surfer script. Which was in February of last year. Though the development may still be, may have stalled with the looming buyout, of course. So, but more recently, Ant-Man co-writer Adam McKay has expressed interest in directing a Silver Surfer movie. So, Marvel Comics has steadily been reprinting its solo series and team series, The Defenders, over the past couple of years, and given that many of their trade collections are tied to film appearances. It's not, it's worth noting, of course. But with the merger complete, Marvel will probably be able to put some of the teases into April's, Avengers Endgame. So, but let's just say that if we, were to catch even a glimpse of a Silver Surfer surfboard in the post-credit scenes of Avengers Endgame, well, it might be the most cheer-worthy and thematically, fitting moment since Nick Fury first told Tony Stark he just became part of a bigger universe. So, but yeah, that concludes this topic. Feel free to visit us and like us on Facebook. We're available on iTunes, the Google Play Music app, Spotify, and of course YouTube, which will be posted soon. Well, probably I would say later. I still got a lot catching up to do on YouTube.